Hello folks, Jason Chrisman of JC's Bees, and today I wanted to demonstrate my homemade uncapping tank. An uncapping tank is pretty much necessary if you're going to extract honey. And the reason for this being is the bees put a wax lid on the cells of the honeycomb where the honey is. This capping, as it's called, needs removed, and while removing it, honey starts to pour out of the cells. So for this reason, the uncapping tank keeps everything very neat and contained into one area instead of making a big mess and spreading it out all over the place. So the uncapping tank will catch the cappings and separate them from the honey. If you've did any research at all on an uncapping tank, you've probably seen that you can spend anywhere from $120 to $180 on them. They're relatively expensive for no more than what they are. So the ones I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you two. I'm going to show you the one that I've used up to this year, and then the one I just made, which is a little step up. So let's go. Okay folks, this is the JC Model 01 uncapping tank. This is the very first one I made, and this is the one that you can make for less than $30. The actual outcome price is going to depend on how many of these materials you have around the house. The first thing you notice is that it's just a Sterilite tub that you get from like Walmart. It's one of them storage tubs. First thing you're going to notice here on the front is I just took an elbow and a big dowel rod. I sanded the dowel rod until it fits tightly in there. Then I took a piece of rubber tape with aluminum backing and put around the hole that I drilled and screwed the valve or the elbow right into it. And then the rubber tape lets me turn it, and it keeps it from leaking. So I'm able to drain it right down into my bucket right off the table. Now on the inside, I took and cut me a cherry board for a cross brace, and if you've never used an uncapping tank, I'll explain the purpose of that here in a few minutes. The next thing down is a plastic excluder that I cut to fit. And under that is a refrigerator grate that I cut down to fit. And it actually works out with the tote being tapered and getting smaller towards the bottom, that just setting the grate in, the sides catch it and hold it and support it. So I'm able to throw my excluder in there, put my crossboard on, and now I've got my uncapping tank. Pretty simple. And then when I want to store it, I take the board off and throw the lid on. Now one thing I've noticed about this one is the lid doesn't fit super snug and tight, so ants do get into it if you do not strain from the uncapping tank very soon. Okay folks, what you're looking at here is the JC Model 02 uncapping tank. This is my second attempt, and this one has a few more features than the first. But at the same time, this one cost you closer to $50 to make. The first thing you're going to notice on the deeper tub is it has a honey gate. This is one of the honey gates I mentioned last week in my Mattison extractor video that I really like. This particular honey gate is made in Italy, and the other place I know that carries it is Man Lake. The stainless steel on the front of that tote behind the honey gate is an addition that I added. I did not buy the tote with the stainless steel already on it. Down inside the tote, it is solid. It goes right to the honey gate, ready to catch honey. This tote here sits down inside of the first one, like so. The bottom of this top tote, I cut a huge square out of the bottom of this tote. I place my excluders in, and then I put a screw in each corner. I still need to rinse out the plastic shavings. This is brand new, folks. This hasn't even been used yet. This top secret stuff here, folks. So this tote will fit down in here, and then if I get half of my work done and I want to finish later, I can throw these on and I don't have to worry about bugs getting into the honey. Now at the same time, when I am completely done and I have just my wax cappings in this top box, I can remove it and I still got my second lid that goes on here, and I have a handle that goes in here that locks this down. But these particular totes, they've got more of a wrap tight lid, so I don't think bugs are going to be a problem getting into there. Or I could put this back on the top, remove my bolts here for my support board, and put this lid up here. So I've got options now. And if you've seen an uncapping tank, this looks more the style. They are usually a two-piece system. That way, after your wax drains all of the honey away, you're able just to take your wax cappings, remove them, and go right straight to your solar wax melter. So there you go. It's pretty simple to make, and I think this one's going to work really well since my honey production is coming up. The other one would work. I just think it would be more time intensive because after the cappings get full, I'm going to have to lift that stuff out of there and go dump it into a bucket, where this here I can just lift it right up, pour it into a bucket. I think the extra features on this will pay off in the long run, but it just depends how big your scale is and what you're looking to do with it. This is an uncapping tank. For those of you that do not know or are not beekeepers, we set a board from this side to that side, which I've got out there for the bees to clean up, and we'll rest the honeycomb frame on top of that, and then either using the scratcher tool or a regular knife, we cut the cappings off, which is basically a lid on each of the honeycomb cells, and then we're able to extract. So what did you think? Would you use one of these examples? Which one did you like better? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. That helps boost this video in the YouTube search ranks and makes it easier for other beekeepers to find. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in next week to see my homemade bottling tank. A lot of people use a bucket. I do not. I think you're going to be relatively surprised at what I use.